Hey everyone, have I here bring a video on Dragon Ball Z Dokkan Battle. In this video, we're going to be doing a breakdown of the EZA Int Future Gohan and the Tech Super Saiyan Trunks. So with that, if you're new to my channel, like, subscribe, comment below, do all that good stuff. Let's go ahead and dive right in. And really, surprisingly not a surprise because, of course, this is the future campaign for the Worldwide Celebration. And we ended up getting last night the news. And here's the thing, they're dropping these information, these EZAs, like 4 o'clock in the morning where I'm at. So there's no way that I'm able to cover it when it comes out. So I'm just doing the video now. But all in all, this is, again, not a huge surprise. I didn't technically predict it. But again, if they were to EZA the Int Future Gohan, the Transformation Future Gohan, it makes a lot of sense. Not a huge fan of the unit, but we'll see after this EZA if this is going to be a worthy unit to run on a rotation. And then we have the, in a sense, a banner unit that is EZAing as well with the Super Saiyan Trunks. So let's go ahead and dive into the translations first. The shout outs to Proton for providing the stat boost that they're going to get for both units. As you can see, a non-Dokkan Festival exclusive, the Super Saiyan Trunks, their stats, you know, gets to a normal Dokkan Fest, right? 16,000 HP, 17,000 for attack, and 11,600 for defense. The Dokkan Festival exclusive Future Transformation Gohan, his HP and attack is really high with 22,000 for HP, almost 22,000 in attack. However, it was kind of low for the defense, 11,459, but still really solid for the Dokkan Festival exclusive units, and especially this EZA here. Now, diving into the translations and what this unit actually does after the EZA, let's go ahead and look at the overall unit. As we know, units like this, they're getting a leader skill of 170% across the board. In this case, a Bond of Master Disciple or Hybrid Saiyans, 170% across the board. I think before it was 130 to defense, and then HP and attack was at 170. So they just, again, leveled it all off at 170. The super attack, they ended up adding greatly raises attack. They used to have greatly raises defense for 1 turn, but they also just added the attack on there. So it makes it a lot stronger when it comes to hitting an enemy, because here's the thing, it's a 50% increase in the SA multiplier, but the immense damage multiplier for EZA units is the highest multiplier in the game, so you're getting 50% on top of the highest multiplier. So that is very, very beneficial. But of course, getting that 50% to defense is also great as well. Now, the passive skill here, they did a lot of changes actually. They ended up adding 1 key to start off with, and attack and defense 150. I believe it was 100 beforehand, so a 50% increase there, and then additional attack and defense 50% when performing a super attack, which they didn't have before. Reduces the damage by 58% when HP is 70% or less. You might go, oh, there's a HP restriction. Well, there was before, but the HP restriction before was a 58% HP, 58% or less. Now it's 70% or less, much more manageable when it comes to that level of HP. And then really here's where it shines as a support unit, as a Bond of Master Disciple category allies key +2 and 50% to attack and defense. Very, very strong there. And they added this little interesting line right here. It says high chance of guarding all attacks when there's another Future Trunks ally attacking in the same turn. Now, when it comes to Future Trunks allies, there's not really many that you can technically use on a consistent basis, but there is 2 that comes to mind, and that is going to be LRGG, which technically would have a Future Trunks on there, and of course the new EZA Future Trunks. Right now, we don't know when the Carnival unit, if Carnival unit is going to have a Future Trunks on there. We kind of expect it to be available for the Carnival LR. So maybe that becomes a person that you're going to use on rotation. But I can see really using this as a support unit, right? If you're running a full Bond of Master Disciple, at least on the main rotations, having this as a support, 50% support, that's extremely, extremely powerful. So now there is a transformation, and when you transform, you become much, much more powerful than what you have here. and you're able to transform. And we're assuming that it's not changing, because generally speaking, the transformations don't ever change, except for I think there was one time with the Gogeta, right? So transform when HP is 58% or more when a ally whose name is Trunks is on the team starting from the 4th turn of the start of the battle. So again, you're going to need another Trunks. Now this is just Trunks in general, it doesn't have to be future Trunks. And then again, starting from the 4th turn of the battle. So if you put him on a as a floater, I would say a lot faster for you to transform. Now the question is, do you want to transform with this unit? Because again, if you're going to run this as a support unit, you want to keep this individual around just supporting and not necessarily transforming. However, if you do transform, you transform into Super Saiyan Future Gohan here, and your super attack is now raises attack unconditionally, causes immense damage to enemy, and a medium chance of performing a critical hit. So internal critical hit opportunities there. And then the passive skill is Ki +3 attack and defense 158%, so not a huge boost there, plus an additional attack and defense 58% when performing a super attack. Here's the biggest difference: reduces damage by 58%, and that's unconditional, right? So HP could be above 70%, no problem, or below. It's just going to reduce damage by 58%, which is extremely strong. And then on top of that, you have Ki +1 attack defense 40% per bond of Master Disciple category allies attacking the same turn. So that's a lot of boost, right? Attack defense 40% per. So if you have, I don't know, 4 running on the same team, that's 160%. So that's kind of outrageous. The amount of boost that you actually can get on maybe a full Master Bond of Disciple, even better. Launches an additional attack, has a high chance of becoming a super attack when there's a future Trunks ally attacking the same turn. Again, we're going back to what units you're going to be able to run right here. And generally, if you're running this on main rotation, which is going to be a strong main rotation unit, and once he's like fully boosted up, if you have like a full team of Bond of Master Disciple and he's reducing at 58%, he's not going to take much damage. And then finally launches an additional super attack when there is androids or future saga category enemies. So it would have been nice to still raise his attack unconditionally and then have still a defensive boost on some super attack. But because you're probably going to be doing additional attacks on this unit in the hidden potential, because you're going to have this medium chance of performing critical hits for your super attack already. So I think not really running or putting crit into the hidden potential is probably the way to go. So anyway, this is the unit here. I think they did a good job. The 70% is a little bit iffy, right? So if you don't have that active, you're going to take an incredible amount of damage. But you also have that 50% chance of guarding all attacks if you do have a future Trunks. And again, if you're running LRGG in the first rotation and then you're running this unit right afterwards, you might be in pretty good shape. So now on top of that, they did EZA a future Trunks, and this is the Super Saiyan future Trunks here. Not really overly useful, right? So the EZA is going to be fine, but generally speaking, I don't see you using this unit all that much. The super attack is greatly raises attack and defense for 1 turn, causes supreme damage to the enemy, and lowers defense. I forgot to shout out Dokkan Wiki for these little images here, so shout outs to Dokkan Wiki. They didn't even bother putting the leader skill because it really doesn't matter. Now the passive skill here, attack and defense 150%, plus an additional attack and defense 25% with a chance of performing a critical hit with each attack performed up to 50%. Ki +3 an additional attack and defense 100% whenever there is a future Gohan on the team, not on the attack, which is nice there. Plus an additional Ki +6 and performs critical hit when there's androids or future saga category enemy. Plus an additional 100% when facing an enemy who names include Cell. So here's the kind of interesting thing is them EZAing this unit, before the carnival units on there, and this being part of the Cell saga, makes you wonder, is Rose actually going to be a unit that they're going to drop for the carnival, or they're going to revert back to the Cell saga? Very interesting there. But anyway, for this extra boost here for the future Gohan, you do have options for that here as well. Again, not as much as the future Trunks, but you do have some opportunities to go ahead and get that boost. But overall, I think the gem of this EZA, with these two EZAs, is the future Gohan. And then when he transforms, he becomes an absolute beast. And 4 turns isn't bad, right? 4 turns isn't bad. It's not 4 turns from the start of their, right? So starting from the 4th turn from the start of the battle. Yeah. So, you know, putting this as a floater in the beginning and then transforming and then moving him to the main rotation, that can work out as well. So I think it'll run fairly well on the LRGG team, even though they don't link very well. But then you can also link up with a transformation Trunks, which I believe they have 4 links there. So anyway, tell me what you guys think when it comes to these 2 new EZAs. Again, kind of not like unexpected, but still surprising. So not surprisingly, or surprisingly not surprising. I don't know what I'm going to call this video. But anyway, with that, if you're new to my channel, like, subscribe, comment below, do all that good stuff. Thank you all for watching. Keep on Dokkaning. We'll catch you next time. Later.